What's up, happy people? Welcome to the September Spotlight on South Baltimore on Facebook Live. Again, as always, we're excited to talk about all the great things that are done at the South Baltimore Employment Connection Center as part of the Career Center Network. And of course, we all belong to the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. Today, we're going to highlight a variety of businesses and community partners in our SOBO footprint in the coming months to have fantastic opportunities in the midst of COVID-19. If you can, please comment, like, and share this video on your Facebook page. You got family and friends out there who are looking for work, looking for community events to go to. We got them for you. And we're also going to do our job club format a little bit later in the show. I have a host of different businesses in the South Baltimore area that are hiring. And as always, my name is Bill Carnes. I'm your co-pilot for our journey today. I am a business service representative for the agency. I've been with the Mayor's Office of Employment Development for going on 15 years, mainly working with justice-involved folks. I was up at the Northwest Career Center at Mondawmin. Love this agency. Work with a lot of great folks, businesses. I collaborate with a lot of professionals in our agency. One of them is our fantastic career development facilitator, Greg Hunt. He's going to come on today and talk about different training opportunities. Greg, what's up, man?
Hey, Bill, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Man, my heart rate is still going nuts from that game on Sunday. I mean, this team, I know you're a Giants fan, and my condolences go after you with the Giants right now, but my God, I don't know if I could take much more of this.
That was an incredible game, man. One of the best games I saw.
Well, let's get rolling. As always, we're going to talk a little bit about our center. We can get the next slide. So I always like to say we are the best kept secret in South Baltimore. We're located in the Carroll-Camden area. If you know where the Horseshoe Casino is, you know where we are. We're about a block and a half off Russell Street. Well, 2.5 blocks. Is that about right? We're in between. Yeah. We're in between Horseshoe Casino and Carroll Park. We're up the street from the fire department and MTA. Real easy to get to. We've been in the community since 2015. Greg, you've been here since day one, right?
Yeah, I've been here since day one. So just to give a little bit of background on myself, if people don't know who I am, but once again, I'm Greg Hunt. I'm a global career development facilitator here at the South Baltimore Employment Connection Center. And yes, I've been here since the day one we opened this center back in April of 2015, and it's been a great journey. And we've just been helping a lot of Baltimore City residents, especially in South Baltimore, and employers to link up with some really great job seekers and help job seekers get linked up to really great employers.
All right. And with that being said, we're going to jump right to it. I've got an employer that's going to come on right now. We're going to welcome the Bird Corporation. I've got Howard and Zach. Come on in, guys. I think Howard's being a little camera shy, right, Zach? Is that the case?
Nice here.
Have him pop his head in there real fast. Say hi to the people. There we go.
Good afternoon.
Okay. Thanks for coming on.
Just here to tell me what to say.
So I'm a South Baltimore guy. Grew up near and everything like that. And up until recently, I didn't even know you guys were up the street from us on Wilkins Avenue. So Zach, talk to me about what the Bird Corporation does, how long you guys have been in the area, what you guys do in the South Baltimore region. And we're going to talk about, you got some great opportunities coming up. So let's get down. First of all, just give us a little introduction of how you got in the area and what you guys do.
Okay, so Bird Corporation goes back to Hamburg Street in South Baltimore, founded in 1920, started out as a scrap processing operation, and then next generation got into the demolition business, and now we have moved up to Wilkins Avenue. We're at 2519 Wilkins Avenue in Baltimore City, and now we specialize in asbestos abatement, interior gutting of structures, facade removals of structures, and full building raising. We work in Baltimore, Northern Virginia, Washington, D.C., suburban Maryland, Delaware, and Central PA.
How many employees do you have working for you right now?
We have 85 full-time employees, and we have about 125 employees on our jobs each day that are made up of subcontractors and our own in-house people.
Okay, that's awesome. So we can go to the next slide. We're going to talk about, you've got all kind of cool positions. Before I get into that, so I like to ask this of all the employers, and I didn't, when we were doing our little pregame, I'm kind of popping this on you as a surprise, but talk to me how you guys handle COVID. how it affected your business, how you were able to still get folks. Did it affect your business negatively, sales wise? How'd you guys get through it, or still, navigating through it?
Well, very luckily for us, we had a large book of work that we already had under contract. So that helped us out appreciably. And then also the construction business as a whole was termed a critical industry and remained open with very few restrictions during the entire COVID scenario, including now. So there was some temperature taking and mask wearing, of course, and then coupled with small surveys on symptoms when you would arrive at the job sites, and that went on for a few months. And then other than that, really everything moved as though it was business as usual. So we really had a small impact from COVID. Sales did take a hit as COVID impacted other industries throughout the year and impacted us to a degree this year. But overall, we've been very lucky, and we've been able to stay consistent and keep all of our people employed throughout the crisis.
Are things getting a little bit better now, or are we still trying to navigate through it?
Yeah, actually, the economy seems to have sprung back dramatically. I guess with a lot of pent up demand following people getting back to work. So that that's been strong. But which leads us into the discussion now. We need to grow, and we need competent people to help us in what we're doing. We're in a dangerous business in the demolition/construction industry.
Sure.
So a lot of these positions do demand some type of experience involved, and we can talk about that as we talk about individual positions. But some we would entertain people that are just getting started out into the job market with a modicum of business experience.
Okay, so you gave me a really good segue. Let's talk about what you have available right now. I know when you guys reached out to our agency, you had an immediate need for inventory manager and operations assistants. Also looking for on the post, we need drivers, equipment operators. So go ahead and roll with it. Tell everybody what you're looking for and the process of how they can reach out to you.
Okay, so the top two positions that are denoted under immediate need would demand less elongated business experience. So the inventory manager would be somebody that would take care of the cleanliness and organization of our yard, where we keep our heavy equipment at Wilkins Avenue, as well as a couple auxiliary yards that we have within about a mile of this location. They would also manage the parts and the sundries that we utilize in repairs and out in the field. They would keep them secure. They would sign them out to individuals. Our preference would be somebody that's got Microsoft Excel skills, as well as has the ability to lift at least 50 pounds. There is a physical nature to this inventory manager job of loading and unloading tools, and as we said, assisting in keeping the yard operations neat and organized. The operation assistant position would be more of a inner office type of position. It would be in assisting our operational contingent. Best case scenario would be somebody proficient in the Microsoft suite of software, especially Excel and Microsoft Word. That would be most advantageous. Barring those type of skills, we may be open to training a motivated individual in either one of those two positions. The project manager, I'm sorry, go ahead.
If someone has warehouse management experience, how many years would be a good fit if they did project management? And I'm always looking for opportunities where we have transferable skills. So someone who is a project manager on a construction site, would that be a good fit, or am I off base a little bit?
Well, segueing down to the project manager, we are looking for a superstar in that position.
Okay.
We actually do very large projects, and the project managers are each responsible for multiple jobs. So that would demand somebody with a strong experience, either in construction management, demolition, or what's referred to as heavy highway, which is road and bridge construction. So we are looking for people with a project management background in either of those three categories.
And these are really competitive wage jobs, right? I would imagine.
They're all competitive wage jobs.
Okay, awesome.
Superintendent, again, we're looking for highly experienced, top tier superintendents that, again, from a demolition, a construction background, or a heavy highway background, similar to the requirements for project manager. Again, we're really looking for top tier individuals for the positions that we have open for the superintendents. The mechanics, we would entertain somebody with lesser experience that's interested in learning the mechanics, but we're also quite interested in very experienced heavy equipment or truck mechanics. So we have both of those types of position available in our shop. Also, any experienced welder / fabricators could come into play in that category. Heavy equipment operators, in this case, and this isn't always the case, so if somebody wants to apply and they have a background in maybe non-demolition related heavy equipment experience, we would entertain it. I'd have to see what the person's comparable experience is, but we're also looking for people with full building raising experience and multi-level structures.
So if I have somebody that has Bobcat experience, would that might be a fit, or?
Yeah, well, it could be a fit. It doesn't really fall into that category, but it's just not mentioned. But yes, we would take somebody with strong Bobcat experience. Not they've been on it one time or they worked at the food market in a forklift type of thing.
Gotcha.
The driver positions, we're looking for experienced people, at least 5 years, roll off or dump truck experience, and then we also have a position available for heavy equipment moving on lowboy trailers, and we're looking for at least 5 years of heavy equipment moving experience on those positions.
Yeah, one of the things in our agencies, we actually, and Greg can speak about this, we send people to CDL A and B school. So we have quite a few people that can drive dump trucks, cement trucks, that type of thing. So, if hopefully they're on here today and we can forward some of them to you. Go back to the mechanics a little bit. Would you be open to people that were just coming out of school like Lincoln Tech or a vocational school and trained?
Yes, in speaking to that, I'm really feeling out what their proclivity and their present talent level is. Some people they seem to have a better mechanical proclivity to others. If somebody we feel would have that type of potential, then yes, we would develop somebody from a more less experienced background. Back to the drivers, as you were saying, even if they've been to a school, that's got to be 5 years experience, because in moving equipment, they're going to be moving equipment anywhere from $200,000 to $1 million in value. We need people that are experienced in that. That's not something that we're set up to train individuals in.
Okay. Do you promote with them?
Yes, we do.
Talk to me about that. Give me an example of someone that started off as a laborer, driver, mechanic, and they're managing a bunch of folks right now. Do you have any examples of that?
I mean, just speaking about myself, I started out as a dispatcher here in a related business, part of the family of businesses here at Berg, and then made it to president of the entire company.
Okay. That's a heck of a job. That's like a 30-second thumbnail elevation there from dispatcher to pres. I'm sure there was some other stops in between, right?
Yeah, there was, but just to show that there is the ability to move up the chain within.
You can't get better than that. That's pretty good. And you've been with the company almost 30 years, right? I think you said
28 years.
28 years. That's fantastic. What makes a good employee to you?
Of course, dependability, the ability to independently solve problems and to make decisions that are based on mathematics and circumstances, supportable decisions, and somebody that's that's motivated and thinking about next positions, as they're competently carrying out their immediate duties.
What makes a bad employee for Berg?
Well, I don't think that we really have any bad employees, because you really wouldn't last here. And anybody undependable, it's not going to last more than one day. And we don't really keep extra people here, so it's necessary for anybody that shows an interest in coming here to be on time and to come to work every single day. It's critical.
That's what I was looking for. I think every time I ask that question, on time and showing up for work every day is half the battle. and I'm hearing that a lot. Unfortunately, during COVID and this experience, getting people to show up for work is half the battle.
Yeah,
Is it
we're also looking for a positive attitude from people.
sure?
We want people that are happy and that are going to, help to raise the spirits of, everybody else that are around them. Everybody will help here. All the top managers, every person in the company, will assist somebody else in their learning, or if they feel like, that they're overworked, in an instance, it's a very team concept.
Okay. Talk to me about the good stuff, benefit package, salary, all that stuff.
Yeah, and everything is negotiable here, and it really depends on the talent. So people ask like, what does a particular position pay? It's very much dependent upon the person's experience.
Yeah.
Nothing is set in stone here. If there's a talented individual, that comes our way, then they can do extremely well here. To answer your question, we have people besides myself and Howard. I've been here 28 years. Howard's been here going on 14 years now. We have another gentleman that's been here 34 years. We have operators that have been here 30 years, in between 20 and 30 years. So that's a testament, I think, to opportunity and to competitive nature of compensation.
Okay. So let's talk about the process. So I get a resume from somebody, I send them over to you. About what's the turnaround if I send you somebody that's a good fit?
Very quickly, every applicant must take a drug test and must go through a physical, and so that's basically the greatest number of time involved. Depending upon the position, they would have one or multiple interviews with members of our company. And then we also do background checks on anybody that would be coming in. We go into a lot of governmental institutions, schools, and we need to make sure that we're not compromising the security or safety in some cases of children, or whatever.
So you're using a third-party background check, I would imagine.
We do some of our own, and we use a third party.
Okay, fantastic. Greg, you want to add anything, or?
No, this is all really good information. Everything is straightforward.
Yeah. How many people you need? Off the top of your
We're very
head.
excited to hire Baltimore City residents where possible. We'd like to help to better the situation in the city and provide good, viable opportunities for people. So, I would really encourage people to apply. We're also have a lot of relationships with other businesses, and if it's not, perfect fit for us, sometimes we're able to recommend individuals to, neighboring or sister companies.
All right. I think that about covers it. Anything else you'd like to add? Howard, I know you're hiding in the background. Come on in here.
Let me let Hal sit down for a minute here.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I appreciate you guys coming on today. This is something that we've been doing since the pandemic, and actually, it's been pretty beneficial. We're trying to make everybody aware of the different businesses in the area, and we're trying to get Baltimore City jobs. These are good, viable, paying jobs. So we're trying to get folks to it. Is there anything you'd like to add that maybe Zach overlooked, or it looks like he covered just about everything?
No, I did a great job. The only thing I would say is there's some resumes. We have hr@bergdemo.com, and that's where the majority of the resumes go. And if they identify what they're applying for, it will get to the right person, and we'll take a look at them.
All right, fantastic. All right, I told you to be quick and painless. I really appreciate you guys coming on. Hopefully, we can have you down the street over on Bush Street for a live event soon. We're actually going to be doing a construction labor event next week, so we're starting to hit the ground running. Zach, Howard, appreciate you guys. I know you're really, really busy. And the fact that you gave up a part of your day to us, much appreciated.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you having us.
All right, fantastic. Have a great day.
You too.
All right, that was good. I mean, the thing is, Greg, these jobs pay well, so hopefully we can get some people out there too.
Oh, absolutely.
You want to fill people in on our update of the center? What's going on?
Well, yeah. So we are back open fully to the public, so that's a big plus. But we are still work remotely with us as well, depending on your comfortability level. And also, we are still employees are still hiring out there.
Man, we have so many jobs. I mean, we're rocking. I'm telling you, start making appointments 410 396 1052. Man. Call us, make an appointment. I mean, I have been, and Greg, people have been walking in even today. We're sending them right at the jobs,
Oh,
right at the jobs,
absolutely, absolutely.
especially if you have transportation. Oh my God, we got so many driving jobs. Yeah,
Uh,
please come down and see us and get registered.
and talk about the job board, Bill, because I know there's a lot of jobs on that.
Yeah, so the job board is, folks that do the same thing I do, our business service representatives, and we have a central site. It's called the Now Hiring Board. The link's right there. I think last time I looked at it, it was close to over 400 jobs on there, and these are decent
Wow.
paying jobs. One of the things that we really are pushing for is equity, especially in the Baltimore area. We want people to make decent wages. We tend not to go after things unless it's over $15 and above, and we're doing very well with that. I know at our particular center, we're substantially above that, and we've been pushing employers to raise their salaries, or else they're realizing if they don't go along with it, they're just not going to get people. It's just
Yeah.
it's a consumer market right now. People can pick and choose, and if a
Mhm.
company is not going to benefit them and pay them a decent wage, they're not going to go to it. So employers have to step up, and we've been seeing that, quite a
Oh yeah.
bit.
Oh yeah.
As always, you can still go on Maryland Workforce Exchange. Also, that's where we list a lot of jobs. A lot of you are familiar with that because you have to go in there for unemployment. But
Yeah.
guess what? You can still find jobs off of that too. Don't just think, oh, I'm going to put my 3 jobs in and I'm done for the day. Man, look, there are tons of good jobs on there on our job board between us that we have in house. I mean, there's no excuse that I always tell folks, we don't get you jobs because you got to do the interview, but we will get you interviews. We're
Yes.
sending tons of people out on interviews right now.
Absolutely. You're right about that.
All right. So the other thing that we do that a lot of people don't understand is we've got lots of training opportunities, and Greg is the guru. So take it away, man.
All right. So yeah, we're going to talk about some training in South Baltimore, and we're going to talk about some occupational training, ITA training, because we have grant funds that's catered to South Baltimore residents under the Casino Impact Area Grant. So it's catered for South Baltimore residents, and it's really easy to qualify. But some of the occupational areas of training are focused in the manufacturing field, like welding and CNC fabrication, transportation warehouse, where you can get your CDL Class A, CDL Class B license. Obviously, the healthcare field with multi-scale med tech, pharmacy tech, CNA, GNA, medical billing, and coding. In the construction arena with pre-apprenticeship training, deconstruction, and others like IT, accounting and bookkeeping, cybersecurity. So it's a lot of really great training opportunities out there, especially like Bill say, it's a consumer's market, and you definitely want to kind of stack the deck. So this is an opportunity where you can take advantage of the training, get the certifications that you need to also put you in a position to apply for higher wage jobs and opportunities. So part of that, I think, part of the training opportunities, we also have a future opportunity with the Higher Up program. And I want to talk a little bit about the Higher Up program because it's a program that's through the city that we're trying to work with other city agencies to have residents, Baltimore City residents, take advantage of. And it is a contractual program, but they're paying $15 an hour. Some of the agencies that we're working with are Parks and Recs, Downtown Partnership with Parks and Recs. They have like Parks and Recs. They have like front desk positions, athletic assistant, downtown partnership. They have the downtown cleanup ambassadors. So some really, really great opportunities to get into some city agencies. So the Hire Up program is really easy. If you're interested, just come down to the center. We can give more detail on how we can get you connected to these paid training or paid opportunities. All right. So Bill, I know we kind of talked. We just had a great employer on that you brought on in South Baltimore, but we have a lot of great employers in South Baltimore, and I know that you're working with each and one of them. Man, let them know what you're working with.
Okay. A lot of these you've seen before, but these are my folks that are hitting heavy right now. Of course, we got to give a shout out to the Horseshoe Casino. We wouldn't be here without the Horseshoe, let's be honest.
Yes.
They're always looking for dealers, cage cashiers, EVS attendants, security officers. They have a brand new HR staff over there. So if you're interested in applying for a Horseshoe and you've applied and you haven't heard anything, shoot me an email. I'll follow up for you. They're in a little bit of a transition right now, but they need good folks. Again, that's a 24/7, 365, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Open always, if you're looking for second or third shift, that's the place to go. Slot attendants, all that kind of good stuff. The next slide is going to talk about the Dealer Academy that they do each month. If you're interested in that, just shoot me an email. I can send you the link for that. Guys who, are table dealers, they make good money, man. Really good money, especially because tips, if you can get to the stakes games, get a decent poker game. Those guys, they hit a little bit, they might throw you a couple of tips at the end of the night. And I've known people that have done this type of work. They love it. It's almost like you're a part of the game. If you like to, be part of the action. I don't know if you've been down to the Horseshoe lately, but they're starting to rock again. They're going to have sports book betting soon too, so we'll probably be hiring for positions for that. So if you're interested in any and all things Horseshoe, just shoot me an email. Next thing, and these guys, I definitely got to give a shout out to. I want to say hi to Bruce over at Chet. I mean, my gosh, they are killing it. We've probably sent maybe 25, 30 people over to them this month.
At least.
Yeah, they're right off of Waterview Avenue in Hanover. And what they do is repair pallets. And this is kind of a cool job because you determine how much you make. It starts off at $16 an hour, but the more pallets you repair, the more money you make. You can make up to $20 an hour once you get proficient. They'll train you how to do it. You're going to have an air gun and some tools, crowbar, of course, and you're just fixing damaged pallets all day. Right now, we filled the day shift. I just have a night shift available between 4 and midnight, which is popular for a lot of folks. And they're really conveniently located. They're right off the light rail in Cherry Hill, about a block and a half walk. While we're prepping for the show, I had a young man come by. He said, man, I need a job. They are background friendly for my justice involved folks. The one thing I'm going to mention, because I'm losing people this way, is you are going to be drug tested. And the thing is, I need you to show up for that. When we can talk about that when you come see me, because if you miss it, then you can't reapply for a year. So it's very important that you make the appointments when they send it, because it's the way they're set up. Mm-hmm. But really good job, easy to get to for folks that are struggling to get jobs because they might have some background issues. Man, you can make $16 to $20 an hour. So, give it a shot. And they're great folks over there. They're really, really been a great partner. Buckware, shout out to my guy Alex over there on DeSoto Road. This is a t-shirt manufacturer that they work with Bass Pro Shops. They work with Ford Motor Company. If you see anybody walking around with the Maryland State flag logo, they make all the shirts there. They're one of the largest t-shirt manufacturers on the East Coast, as a matter of fact. And they need people to just pack shirts. You're going to be fulfilling orders, $14 an hour, full-time positions. You can actually walk over there and just walk in and apply. You're going to take a little bit of a math test because math is involved in your job. You got to make sure your accountant's right. And they're located right off. It's 2900 Cowan Avenue, which is right off of DeSoto Road. And got quite a few people over there too. Shout out to Alex. Appreciate you hiring my folks. Next one is Holly Poultry. They're right on Wycomico. Another one. They are one of the few companies that I know of that actually grew exponentially during the COVID. They got some contracts with different school systems. They hired over 300 people, Greg, over the last year during COVID, man. They were just growing. I need production workers. The main thing that I'm concentrating on, and the reason I'm highlighting this, is I know a lot of people go to CDLA school. Greg, you pay for it, right? Mm-hmm. The issue is once you get out, They say you need a year, 2 years, 3 years before they let you behind the wheel. Holly Poultry will start you out with something called being a yard jockey, which is moving around the trucks within the facility. That's how you can get hours on your card and then eventually put you out on the road. But they will take people fresh out of school. They're one of the few companies in the Baltimore area that I know that do that. And they're going to start you off at $21 an hour. So if you got your CDLAs and you're looking for experience, this is the place, man. And they are background friendly too. Shout out to Jose Vasquez. Next slide. And this is another one of our great partners, Matthew, over at MedStar. And again, this goes in line, Greg. We've been trying to, there's a lot of people that got training for phlebotomy, CNA, GNA, and they couldn't find a place to go because of experience.
Mm-hmm.
MedStar really, really is committed to hiring people in South Baltimore. They want people from Cherry Hill. They want people from Westport. They want people from Pigtown and the surrounding Carroll Camden areas. So if you know of anybody that just got their CNA, GNA, if they want to do EVS, which is basic cleaning, dietary, please send me your resume. They are really, really committed to hiring local folks. And shout out to them. They've been really good. We had a little bit of issues with the online application process. We're getting that smoothed out. But they just started hiring people, and we want to concentrate on the local neighborhoods to try to get some more folks. Mm-hmm. You could be from anywhere, but again, this is the Sobo show. So I'm looking at all right. I think, Greg, you want to talk about what's going on in the community?
Yeah, I want to just share what's our community bulletin board here, and we have Re-Image Middle Branch, and they have a virtual public meeting, and a lot of the time they are talking about the parks in these areas in South Baltimore, and how the community want to see how they want to look. So they have a public virtual meeting. You have the links there below. If you want more information, you can email me or go on to the assistant request form. Easy to say. And we'll get you more information on that. And definitely want to take the survey that they have so they can get a better understanding of how you want to see these parks and recs look like in your area, in your community. So I think with that being said, Bill, we are to the end.
Yeah, this one was going to be quick and to the point. As I tell everybody, and I say this every month, your presence is your power. We gave you lots of opportunities. You got to show up.
Yes.
Show up at our center. Show up at the employer. Show up at the community events because, man, you need to be seen to be heard. I mean, it's that.
You're right about that.
Simple. And we're all a vessel of change. I know we like to sit and complain about stuff, but unless you're out there, you really can't do anything about it. Absolutely. And just by you showing up for work every day, that makes things change because, there's this falsehood out there that people in Baltimore City don't want to work. I have no idea where that comes from, but we run into people all the time. They do want to work. Absolutely. And I see that. And we need more of them. I mean, there's just so many people, so many employers that are hiring right now. So again, there's lots of ways to reach us. There's the phone 410-396-1052. You can email us at our general email. If you need assistance, you can use our request assistance form. Please come out and see us. I don't want to be the Maytag repairman. I like seeing people. I want people to come here. Yeah. And you want to add, Greg?
No, man. You hit it all, man. Just like you said, just if you're looking for work, we're here to help you. Just come and see us, and we can take it from there.
Yeah, and Patrick, and hit these companies. There's a brand new brewery that just opened up down the street. Mm-hmm. The area is thriving. All you gotta do is go down Hanover Street and see the construction that's going on at Port Covington. We got the Westport project, Middle Branch project that's coming up soon. This area is on the verge of a huge, huge comeback. Be part of it. We'd love to have you. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you next month.
See you next month.